Hello, Akhil. Akhil,
Yes,
can you hear
sir.
me? Yeah, Akhil, I think we start.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
just do
yes.
the introduction. We can start. Okay. Okay, everyone. So, greetings to everyone. I'm Gerard Manik on behalf of iINVENT Nablos. Welcome you all to the iINVENT internship brainstorm session where our interns will be presenting their project ideas, aims, that is, their art ideas, music stories, and more. You're more than invited to be a part of the program by visiting i-invent.org/internship and get a chance to develop your 3P skill, that is your personal, people, and project skill. Also, chance to qualify for the awards, grants, and scholarship that will be announced in July 25. Before I kickstart the session, I would like to go through a couple of guidelines so that we ensure we have a smooth session. I request all the audience and other interns to keep their mic on mute during the session while the speaker is sharing his or her ideas and thoughts, train of thoughts. If you have any questions, please share it on the chats during the Q&A session. It would be appreciated if you use the raise your hand option on the WebEx app and ask the question. Students, professional homemakers of all age groups will be present. So all ideas need to be rated as G. Avoid ideas that may offend one's faith, political affiliation, or orientation. I request all the interns to listen carefully and please take notes during this session. After the session, please update the aims section of your clicks by sharing your learnings, understanding from this session. You may also input your queries you may have. The interns below 18 years of age, please do not turn on your video or share any personal details during the session or in the chat for security reasons. And I request all the interns to listen carefully and please write down your questions, keep it ready so that you may ask it in the Q&A, and appreciate if you do not repeat the questions. So please pay attention when the speaker is presenting. So before I introduce you to the speaker, I would request Aishat Lana Shana, an intern from Maldives, to present us with a song. So Aishat, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you may go ahead, Aishat.
So the song I chose was a song by Michael Jackson. It's called Heal the World. One second. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for a living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. We are dread, we stop existing and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing. Make a better world, to make a better world. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Arshad. That was a good song, which in the last moment. So with that said, today we have with us Mr. Akhil M. Khala. He is an iINVENT intern and from India, pursuing his his master's in pharmacy from Kelly's College of uh, Pharma, and along being a bright student, he is a music teacher and artist and performs in various, has performed in multiple of shows and events. So I request Akhil to present and share his project ideas and train of thought with us. And for everyone's reference, Akhil, once again, thank you for joining the session today. I know you have an exam that is coming up on Monday, but with all due respect, thank you once again for joining us. Yeah, Akhil, you may kickstart the presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So as introduced by Mr. Gerard Manik, myself, I am Akhil Kalal, currently pursuing my master's in pharmaceutical chemistry from Kelly College of Pharmacy, Hubli. And along with being a student, not a bright student as Gerard said, but I'm an average student and trying to make a difference with music. So I've started playing guitar since 8, 9 years now, and I write songs, compose songs, and I have a band along with which I perform at places, hotels, and we even do shows, private gigs. So one day Gerard just called me and asked me if I was interested in taking classes to children in DCPUD units, and that was it. We started this, like it's almost been 12 months or so. We are doing this, and we have started this, and Gerard has been helping me throughout this. So the agenda of the project, that is the goal of the project, accomplishments, challenges, next steps, and 3P skills that helped in my project. So goal of the project is not so is to teach the skill of playing guitar as it is displayed here to the children in need so that it may add value to their lives. So I also got into learning guitar and playing songs and playing guitar just because I wanted to stay away from a few things which many youngsters go into, and I thought it's gonna be a really my way to escape the real world and have a very good pleasant time during my leisure. So because of that, I held the guitar in my hand and started singing, but I never got to know, I never realized how it pulled me and how it really shaped me to taking this up as a profession. So after the completion of my education, I'm most probably thinking of pursuing my career in this along with the pharmaceutical studies which I am doing. So goal is to teach the skill of playing guitar to the children in need. So my aim is to teach the children who are really in need of keeping their minds to clear that brain fog, the fog which is there in their brains because of some wrong company which they were in or due to some experiences which they had before, to just take that away or brush it up and make them find their way for escape as I found it years back. So that's why I'm teaching guitar at places, and the agenda, accomplishments. So the accomplishments. So the number of disability institutes the project was started is three. The one was boys' home, the girls' home, and the Sneha Open Shelter. And all the places I conducted classes, but currently we are figuring out to where to take classes regularly and how to structure the classes and how to, because a lot of students there are for a very short period of time, so we're not understanding how to really structure the lessons and how to teach them so it be incomplete if any new students gets enrolled in the unit. So just figuring out it still, and there are students who are teaching the newcomers. We have trained with the basics to some of the students, and they are teaching them with the interest, with their own interest, and will they're teaching other students, the newcomers who are getting enrolled, they're teaching them. So along with that, we also monitor how they are doing and how things are really functioning over there. So we have taught five songs in those units, and still they need some finesse and they need some perfection. So yeah, there is still a much to do. There's still more to do. And the next one is challenges. The main challenge is the students over there are not practicing regularly. So we are focusing more on enlightening them on why practice is really important and how that will shape them. Just not practice of playing guitar or songs and whatever skill they are having. So practicing that will definitely help them. And we need guitars. Obviously, we just have one guitar and we rotate the same guitar in all the institutes. So that is being very difficult for us, and that is being an hindrance for students to play and practice. So if we have substitute guitars for every institute, and if we have at least two or three guitars, so if even if we get three guitars, we can just place a guitar in every institute, and we can just rotate the one every week to every institute, or better if we get more than three. So that would really help us and help the kids there to learn. And as I said earlier, some institutes, the children are there for a very short period of time. So that is really being an hindrance in our growth, and that's really creating a problem of how to structure the classes. And with my current schedule, I can only take classes twice a week, or sometimes even it happens to be once a week because I told earlier, I'm pursuing my masters, and I've even committed myself to some places, taking private classes. So I have to balance everything. So that is really being not, I'll not say a problem, but an obstacle for this time, for this instance. But yeah, I will make sure that I'll find a way to go ahead with and find a cure for that obstacle. And yeah, looking forward to finding a solution for that. And the next slide, three-piece skills which help me. Yeah, as I told, the balance. Sometimes, yeah, I balance everything properly, my private classes, my academics, and even the classes which I'm taking with iINVENT Nabros. But yeah, sometimes I cannot because of my commitment to some other places, and still developing personal skills has really helped me to balance all these three things. And sometimes it's not just the three things, there are many things which I have to even consider. So personal skills developing and balancing everything, that has really helped me personally, and I'm still learning. And people skill, patience and managing people, this is the main thing which I have learned over there, because all students are not the same. Some really grasp things very fastly and some never. So that was a challenge for me. But yeah, being patient and teaching them patiently has really helped me. But yeah, sometimes I do lose temper. But yeah, managing people and patience in people's skills are really helping me out. And Gerard is always there to guide me. If I lose my temper, he's there to, he'll just push the press the button. Okay, you have to calm down. And patience and managing people, that's something which I'm learning. And people skills and project, as I told, balance, time management, task management, and expectation management. Yeah, still much to do with this time managing, task managing, and expectation managing. I think I'm not still putting 100% in this, but yeah, sooner or later we'll make sure that I will excel in all this, and I can balance everything properly and manage everything properly. So the next step is, so start the classes at one more institute, but depends on my college schedule. Yeah, I really want to start taking classes at one more institute, but it really depends on my college schedule, because now I'm having my exams from Monday, and later this month, in the during the month end, I'm having my semester exams, for which I have to really give my time for my studies and academics, because there are been some things which I have to take, which have to be taken care of. So it's really being but difficult for me to focus on my academics. So for now, as of now, we are still on hold. But yeah, soon after I settle things down and I find a solution to whatever hindrance it's coming, we're not thinking of starting. But yeah, sooner we will start the class at one more institute, and I'm just figuring out with my college officials, with my concerned lecturers about this, and I'll get back to it very soon. And I'm constantly getting in touch with a lot of musicians who are willing to teach music for the children in need, and I am still working on these things, and I want a lot of musicians, whoever I know in personal and Gerard knows in personal. We have even had a conversation with a few, and yeah, we are looking forward to collaborate with them as well, and help in this noble cause and teach 2 songs per month. Yeah, I want to do this, but it all depends on how the students over there practice. I can just teach, but it depends on how they practice and how their skills they are gonna use with in learning this art, and bring out bright colors as a result. So this is what I have thought for the upcoming month, or after a few days I will start this to start the class at one more institute, and I have to make sure I can definitely start this if I have a word with my college officials, and I will do that and encourage musicians like me. I'm still working on it. I have had a word with a few of them, but yeah, I'll soon get back to you. And yeah, teaching songs per month. This is a task which is very challenging because students never practice regularly, and it happens only when we are going visiting them for the classes. So yeah, just finding something to inculcate the habit of practicing regularly for them. So yeah, we're working for that. Yes, I think I'm done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Akhil, um, for the presentation. And there is one thing that Akhil has always been 100. I mean, if there's something more than 100, but I can say 101% committed to this project. Like he's up to the task for it. So he balances between his college, his exams, and everything. So later on, there's a small story that I need to share that actually that happened off late with Akhil and the music, and Akhil also might agree to that. But the commitment that I've seen from this guy, I mean, Akhil is tremendously worth the every effort that he's putting in. He has been giving his 100%, teaching them, and it's quite a distance for us to travel to this center, right? But although we are going there, and he being a very young uh, student, right? He's still pursuing his education, but the commitment, the professionalism that he brings into, teaching, I'm very sure that he is going to have a very bright future or career in whatever he's doing. So all the best with that, Akhil. Kids, now since we have Akhil who has
Thank you
presented,
so
right?
much, Gerard. Thank you for your kind words. But just one thing which I want to add here up. It's not just me who's doing this. There is Gerard also, because every morning 9 o'clock, if I'm free, he'll be confirming with me if I'm free the next day. So we both go and cover up the as many institutes as possible, and it's only happening because of him. Because if I was alone, I think I would have not done it to this extent, because he has been that what to say initiation receptors who is really initiating everything. So I'm just being, as you all know, that it's just a. I told this before as well. So I might be the lead role in this, but he is the director, the producer in a film. How it the hero just presents. Hero is just there, but he's the one who is
No,
working
no,
behind
Akhil, but
for
it was all
this
your,
very.
it's, very kind of you. You're always being telling me, but I know what it takes to teach, and I don't believe that if I in your age I could do accomplish so much, right? In studies, and I. So actually, if I know he's not taking the credit, but he's a very bright student in his college also, and in fact, he takes some of his lectures classes when they are not there. So that's what he is, and humble he is. Okay, thank you, Akhil. Kids, I request you all, right? Since Akhil is here, you all may take 10 to 15 minutes. I know he is running short of time, but I encourage all of you all to come up with a question to Akhil, right? So there's questions, and what your questions come up, right? Just articulate well and put it forth, and he should be responding to you. Okay. And Akhil, kids in India, if you don't, some of you are not comfortable in English. Akhil speaks Kannada very well, so you may ask the question in Kannada. Okay, and he will respond to you all in English. So who wants to go first with the question? Kavya, Baswa, Aishat. Any questions? Kids from Sri Lanka. Do you all have any questions? I'm not able to. Aishat, can you hear me? Yeah. Kavya, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Aishat, let Kavya
Yes,
go ahead
sir.
and you can ask a question. Yeah, go ahead, Aishat. Sorry, Kavya.
Sir, how types of you teach?
Akhil, I think she's asking you what all forms of singing
Ha-
do you teach?
Havya, yeah, I am not a learned singer. I'm not a trained singer. I just started singing, listening to whatever note is being played there. I just try to hum my voice according to the note and I sing. I'm not any genre type of singer. I can sing any song. If you'll just give me, I'll just train myself. Definitely, it will take time for me to train myself. And as soon as I start my training and if I start practicing it, I might will be able to sing, but not perfectly though. I'm still a learner, still an amateur singer trying to sing. So that's it.
And
Okay,
Kavya,
sir.
he is a guitar teacher. He mainly teaches guitar, how to play on the guitar. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good.
And sir,
Yes, Kavya, go ahead.
types, how many types that guitar tunes, sir? That may,
ಕಾವ್ಯ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ reframe ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಾಕುತ್ತೈತಿ
sir, guitar ನೋಡಿಸ್ guitar ಒಳಗ ನುಡಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
ಅಖಿಲ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್
Guitar type lo ಎಷ್ಟು ತರದ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ
you can
ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
answer. I think she's asking guitar, how many types of music can you play? Like which are art or different forms of music can you play?
ಸೊ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಗಿಟಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಹಂಗ್ ಬಹಳ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬಾರಿಸ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ಗಿಟಾರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕಲ್ ಬಾರಿಸ್ಬೋದ, ಜಾಜ್
Akhil, hello.
ಬಾರಿಸ್ಬೋದ, ಬ್ಲೂಸ್ ಬಾರಿಸ್ಬೋದ,
Akhil, hello.
ರಾಕ್ ಅಂತ. Yes, yes,
Akhil,
yes, Jiradesh.
can you please respond that in English? They understand English only and other kids also from Sri Lanka and Maldives are there. So you can
Yeah,
just
sure,
let
sure,
them know
sure,
in English. Yeah.
sure. Yeah, sure. So in guitar, you can play any genre of music on guitar. So there are few guitarists who play classical guitar, such as classical. I'll just take a few names. There's a guitarist named Guitar Prasanna. He plays guitar in classical music. And there is a band called Vahaka, which is mainly into classical music. They're all trained classical musicians, but they are using guitar to modernize the classical art form with bit of rock, just kind of a fusion thing. There is jazz. So BB King played a very famous musician who introduced jazz. He used to play guitar. There are many forms of music. How we have so the same in out for the world, a lot of genres around there are in every genre of music. So it's not restricted. Not just guitar. Any musical instrument is not restricted to one genre of music. You can play any genre of music in any instrument. So
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? Aisha, you have a question, I believe.
Yes. How long did it take you to learn how to play the guitar?
Aisha, can you repeat that once a bit louder
that's
for Akhil?
that's yeah. I just heard. I heard it. So to answer to this question, which I've been asked many times, and wherever we go for shows and everything, everybody really asks this. Not if not to me, if any of my bandmates. So I just answer this way: I'm still learning. There is no end to learning music, just like education. So there is no end to really. There's no end. You keep exploring things, you keep learning new things. So, but I can just say it's been approximately 7 to 8 years I've been playing guitar and singing along. But yeah, there's still more to learn. I think I will be learning till the end of till whatever time I'm here. So it's a lifelong learning process. So there's no end.
Very good answer, Akhil.
But to just learn the basics, and if you want to play a few songs and just to play it during your leisure and all, it all depends upon your practice and an average on an average. So it takes for a normal person to learn guitar in 4 to 5 months if you practice regularly and if you are thorough with whatever you're learning.
I said, I think you play the guitar, correct? If I'm not wrong.
Actually, I tried learning how to play guitar, but I only learned like the keys, and I tried learning how to play a song, but I wasn't able to, and I gave up after that.
Okay. Akhil, any
I
tips
think you
for
gave
her?
up because your fingers started hurting, right?
Not exactly, but I just couldn't keep the beat. The change in the keys was really difficult for me. So
So
So,
as I told, practice is
yeah,
the only
sorry.
key. So change in the key, the only key is to practice. Practice
So I
makes
said
man
what
perfect. So
Akhil is
yeah,
saying
there
is
is a saying.
101%. Yeah, because we have noticed this, right, Aishat? You can ask Akhil sir also. So many of the kids, they think that when they start with the guitar, they tend to leave it because they feel that okay, they're not able to change the keys or the strings and all. But as Akhil sir said, you keep practicing, you don't give up if you have that interest, like how you learn swimming, right? How you do the um, scuba diving and everything, right? Surfing. It's the same way. You keep practicing, it will come.
So
Right,
I just
Akhil?
want to
yeah,
share here what happened with me. So yeah, that's definitely the same. I started playing guitar actually when I was 11 years old, but I quit playing guitar the moment I turned 12 because I started I started giving up because I wasn't able to learn, as you said, Aisha. So I wasn't I wasn't able to play songs perfectly. I wasn't able to play things. I wasn't able to even tune the guitar strings, even after learning guitar for a year. So I just thought I'll just give up. And later on, when I think I was in my sixth or seventh grade when I left. So afterwards, when I went to my 11th grade, I met a guy who was senior of mine. So he happened to come to the same classes where I used to go for guitar classes. So he was playing guitar in the college library when I was in 11th standard and he was in 12th. So he asked me to play. Hey, you know to play guitar. Come play along with me. We both shared the same classes. So I started again there. I first performed there after a few days. I was performing in some hotels or cafes. I had to come back to guitar. So I think if I had continued playing guitar by not giving up, I might have been somewhere else now. So approximate 7 years, 6, 7 years I left playing guitar, but yeah, still I'm learning. So I just want you to also know that practice is the key. So never give up on anything so easily. Keep practicing, and it will definitely fall place. If the thing is right, it will come to you. If you're giving up, you will never be able to learn. So that's the thing which I would like to advise you. Get back to guitars. Start playing. Learn however you can. So
thank you. I will definitely try to learn how to play guitar better.
Kavya, yeah, think you have a question. Kavya, you can unmute your mic. And Kavya raised her hand, but there is.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Go ahead, Kavya.
sir,
Kavya,
how
you may
many
ask a question.
languages? Yes, sir. How many languages do you play guitar in?
So I think your question is, in how many languages do you sing and how many languages songs do you know to play? Is that the question which you want to ask?
Yes, do you play guitar?
Yeah, I think it's the same one Akhil, she's asking you. Like which your languages? Yeah. Do you sing and
Yeah,
play?
I play in Kannada, English. Yeah, I sing and play in English, Kannada, Hindi, and sometimes I even play Telugu and Tamil also. So I am a multilinguistic guy. I can speak even Rajasthani and I can even speak Marathi. So yeah, I like to explore the genres of music with languages as well. So I think I have answered your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
How about kids from Sri Lanka? Your mom, who all did join from Sri Lanka? Kids from Sri Lanka, who all do we have? Mihina, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Only Mihina.
Mihina, do you have any questions for Akhil, sir?
Yes, sir. Why did you choose guitar instead of other music instruments?
So
Akhil?
why did I choose guitar over other instruments? Yeah, this is a very interesting question. I never thought of this before. Like, what if someone would really come up to me with this question? But there's nothing why I chose guitar. I had a keyboard in my home before I started playing guitar. My father used to play keyboard and was a very good singer as well. So I just wanted to get into singing. I wasn't into playing guitars or any instrument, but somehow uh, I learned. I first learned a few songs on keyboard. I learned to play Happy Birthday, some rhymes on the keyboard, but the movie which inspired me to get a guitar and learn guitar is Rockstar. It's a Hindi movie, Bollywood movie, which really helped me and to get through the guitar. And the singer named Raghu Dixit, who is a Indian singer who sings folk songs in India. So just heard him playing once on the television, and I wanted to learn guitar. So after a few months, I had a guitar in my hand and I started learning. And I told Laishat. So after I started learning, I thought it was difficult, and I left playing. And then later, a guy helped me to get back to it, and now I'm here.
Awesome.
Okay, sir.
I hope I answered your question.
How about Saubhagya, Kavya, Basava, any questions? Saubhagya, Basava. Basava, any questions?
Sir,
For sure. Go ahead, Basava.
sir, sir, when you learn the guitar, sir?
He already answered that, Basava. He told, right, from the 11 years of age, he started practicing the guitar.
Oh.
Okay. Any more questions from anyone?
How many people have you taught to play the guitar?
Akhil?
I never really count how many people I have taught, but yeah, I've been taking classes for like 2 3 years now from now, and I have taught somewhere around 15 to 20 people, I think. I also know whatever I know, I teach them because I'm also not fully expert in any instrument. So whatever I know, I teach them. So I teach them how to sing and how to hum to a key while they are practicing and how to sing song in a perfect key, because I had this before, because there were shows when I used to go off key while singing, so I had to wait again and I had to start singing in the scale. So I teach how to even sing in the key, and yeah, it's been like 15-20 people, I think. And now currently I have somewhere around, I think, 1, 2, 3, 5 people, 5 to 6 students. Currently I'm teaching them in my private classes, and apart from that, with these institutes like Sneha Open Shelter and Girls Home, yeah, we have students, but I never really had a count, Aisha.
Any
Okay,
more questions?
so that means you've taught a lot of people how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
No, it's not like I taught a lot of people how to play guitar, but yeah, I have taught a few, but it's not that much though. I never really get that in my mind to keep a count of whom I'm teaching, because sometimes I started teaching guitar like I used to play in my home, and neighborhood, they used to listen to me playing guitar and singing. That's how they used to send their kids to me to teach them guitar, but they never. I started teaching them because I knew guitar and I never charged them for anything. I started that way. So later, after a year or so, I started taking classes. And then in the COVID-19 lockdown, I taught a few of my uh, cousins online on Zoom. So that's how it started, and it's going on now.
Any more questions from anyone? Okay. There are no questions. So yesterday it was a very wonderful. So this is an experience that I want to share with everyone. And the reason I want to encourage each and every one of you to learn music, right? Either singing or playing the, not in the guitar, any instrument that you can. Because what I've seen, right, with people like Akhil and, you know, there was another girl, a young girl that came today and she was teaching dance. And I know some people who do drawing, right? So all these people who you see, the creative and artist people, right? They are very balanced. They tend to bring about a balance in their life, right? It makes them more focused in their in whatever they are doing, because whatever art that you learn or whatever art form that you learn, the key is that, if I don't know Akhil agree or no, but the key is that you need to have discipline in that, right? And if you start bringing in discipline, right, in your life, in one area of your life, that start reflecting in all the areas. Say, for example, if you're interested in music, if you're playing the guitar, right, you be very disciplined, you practice, you do things, right? You be on the schedule. And what happens that slowly transpires into other areas, like in your education, in your health. So I hear Akhil talking about a lot about, he going to the gym, he doing his studies, right? He is balancing, and I never see him being, idle for any point of time, right? The same thing I've seen with another girl today, right? She'll be also joining the internship program. She also is a law student, and there's Annapurna, right, who teaches drawing. And all of them, right, they're not only good in one area or one skill, right? Studies, they all are good in, but along with music, they also do a lot of different, uh, activities. Or like, for example, that girl who came, Akhil, today to teach music, right, dance, right? She also knew to play the guitar. I mean, she learned to play the guitar. She was so interested, right? She's asking for Akhil, sir. And there was another girl, Annapurna, right? Even she also is learning. She also is playing the guitar, right? So if you develop one skill, that will transpire into learning many skills, right? So for example, now Akhil is also trying to, I mean, he is composing songs, he's writing songs. So the skills will always help to be more focused in your life. And yesterday, the experience that I had was, you can say, something different, right? So I'm not, Akhil, can you hear me? Akhil, Aisha, kids in Sri Lanka, India, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, you're completely audible.
Yes,
So
sir.
this was a story that I want to share with you all. Not a story, but a real life incident. So yesterday, I mean, as you know, Akhil has exams, right? So yesterday in the morning, day yesterday, Akhil said that, Gerard, let's go to the center where we go and teach. So we went there, and after that, okay, let's go to, the other center. There are another center the children need who are physically handicapped, right? Who might, they don't have, the limbs are handicapped in some way or the other. So when I've been going there for a couple of sessions, trying to conduct the three-piece skill sessions. They were not so opening up, right? They are always on the back foot, very conservative, very difficult for us to talk. Then I was wondering, okay, how to get these guys engaged and participate, right? So I just say this, Akhil, I told Akhil, see, these guys need motivation. And all that I feel is that only you through your music, you can bring about them to come and speak. And yesterday, rest was history, okay? Akhil came, he spoke to him, he just sang 2 songs. When he went first, they were only listening. Everyone's head they were not even looking at our faces, okay? They all are girls, they're looking at the ground, except one or two. They were least interested. But when Akhil started singing, then he started, talking about music, about his life story, right? Then he connected it with education, then he connected it with, life skills and so many things, right? And through music, you won't believe, at the end, every kid who was there, I think there were 15 to 20 of them, every kid was left, or every child was left with a smile. And they are like, quite big kids also, like above 18, like one in their early 20s and below that also. So every child, the smile was different. Every girl started speaking, whose heads were down, all were looking straight into our eyes. And all this happened. Okay. So we were there, I think, Akhil, for 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
approximately 1 hour.
we were there for more than an hour. Then I told Akhil, I think you have to study for exams. Why don't we wrap up this session and you can leave? Because again, he has to travel. We have to travel a long distance from there. So while we were traveling, we almost left. And I don't know what happened to Akhil also. He also got engrossed teaching them, right? So I had to remind him, Akhil, let's wind up and move because it's time for you because you have your studies. So we packed everything. They all said bye to us. They were so happy, right? It went a very pleasant sight. And when we're leaving, we left to the door. We were, putting in our footwear. At that time, there's a girl. They came out running. These girls who never spoke. Who, when I used to go to them, also they used to be. I had to go and wait every time 15 minutes for them to come out, right? So that time they came out. They called us in. They told, sir, we want you on 3rd of December. We are going to perform on. There's some World Handicap Day on 13 for the physically challenged kids. They want to perform. They called us. They made us to sit, right? And they told, no, we are going to dance. We told, we want to show you the first performance, before performing on the stage. So they came, they danced, right? They showed us the dance. We were so happy seeing them dancing, right? With whatever they could. So that's what I'm saying, telling you, right? With music, you can change multiple people's life. And I think yesterday Akhil did that in 1 hour, right? So that was the experience. So that's why I'm telling all of you, right? Start learning some music. I mean, some kind of music, some kind of art form. Akhil can talk more about it later also, right? It brings a lot of uh, changes in the way you behave. It brings more about discipline. It brings more joy in your mind, right? It's not only physical strength, but also mental health that what music brings in. And if you play like some instruments, right? Like the guitar, like the Indian kids play the tabla, right? The sitar and whatnot, the Casio. Your motor skills also, your coordination of body also will also increase. So I encourage all of you, all right, to start picking up some music and start learning it. There are so many avenues and sources for you all to learn, right? You'll have the mobile, you'll go to YouTube, you'll have so many lessons, right? You can start learning that. So with that said, I would like to, that's what the experience that I felt. And it was a very good experience. Akhil, is that right? You want to share anything about yesterday? If I missed anything?
Uh, yeah, nothing. It's just like I felt yesterday. Okay, uh, they are having disabilities and all. We have this in our mind, but even after being so able, we're not. We are still wanting some. We want something. So I just had this thought while I was coming. The time Gerard dropped me, and I was coming back, and I was just having a word with my friend. I told him that this is where I went today, and all this happened, and all I told him. So he came up with this, and he just asked me to sit there somewhere, and we were having a coffee. So he told me, I'll just tell you all in Hindi what he told me, and then later I will translate it to you all. They, I told him, and I really got but carried away from looking at them and all. So he told me, अपाहिज, अपाहिज means handicap. Okay, so वो लोग अपाहिज है, सब है, but still they are living. They want some motivation and all, so they are living. It's not that they are physically handicapped. They are physically handicapped. We cannot help it because it's not in our hands. God has given, made them like that. But we are living in this world and we are also directly or indirectly handicapped. I told, how? So he told me, मैं दिमाग से अपाहिज हूँ because I lose my temper. I'm not patient. I cannot balance things. I'm not well mannered. I'm not well disciplined. So I'm handicapped from my brains. He told, why would you say that? I told. He told me, see they are handicapped and all. They're going on. They're going on. They're going on. They're going on. They're not. They are not given up yet. So we being so physically able and they are not capable of doing things which we are capable of. They danced in front of us, and that dance was not like okay, just okay. The dance was really, really, really good. Yes, Gerard, do you agree with me?
Yeah, I mean, it was good, really good. Someone
Yeah,
like them,
the dance was really,
the
someone
dedication
like
I
them
could see
doing that.
that.
But we being so able, we have this thought of giving up so often. So just learned this that should never give up in whatever you want to do. So the show must go on. So he told me this, and then later, thus the conversation started, and just started talking about this. And he told me we should take motivation from these people because motivation doesn't come only from big books or big great achiever. It doesn't come from Alexander the Great, or it never comes from someone writing big books. It just comes from someone who is around you, who is with whom you're surrounded. That can also be a motivation from you. So just try being motivated every time. Just don't feel demotivated so soon because this is my personal experience, which I'm saying you all. Just try, don't sit idle. Get yourself indulged into some kind of work which will keep you busy, and there you will feel motivated. So that's what will help. The other story which I want to share with you all is, so there's this very close friend of mine. He runs a canteen in my college. So he's approximately 42 or 43. So I had this thought in my mind that I will quit my studies. I'm not able to study now. It's being too much for me. I will not do my masters. I'll just quit it now and I'll do music full time, and I'll find a job somewhere where I can work from morning 7 to 8 hours, and later in the evening I'll take my private classes and I will do music full time. So what he told was, see, you can still you're thinking of leaving your education because you want to do music, right? So if you leave your education right now, if you leave education today and tomorrow if you start making music, will the third day you'll reach where you want to reach? So he asked me this. I told, no, it will take time for me. So what time it will take for you? I told approximately 2 years or 2 more years. I cannot assure you that. So he told, so when you're not ready, like I was ready completely. So he said me that when you don't know what time it takes, you have this masters doing. So one thing which my college really helped me is they never wanted me to attend the college for the full day because they knew that I'm indulged with so many things, and they gave me this leniency of attending the college till 2 in the afternoon. So from morning 9 to 2. So he told, you got this leniency, go back to your home by 3, even after spending some time 1 hour here there, even after taking classes. If you reach home by 6, even 6, you'll have ample amount of time to do what you really want to do. So why do you want to compromise your education with that? If you have an education in your hand, if you have a master's degree, I already have a degree. So I told him this, I already have a degree. So he told, so get a master's degree, even if later on if you want a job which really will help you in pursuing your music directly or indirectly, so that will be very helpful for you, he told. So I told, why would you suggest me that you yourself are doing business? So he told me he is a professor in an MBA college in my town, where Gerard was studying while Gerard even completed his MBA. So he's a professor. The uncle, the canteen owner to whom I was talking to, he's a owner. He is teaching in the MBA college in my town, and he has even worked in Bombay for 3 years, and then later he came back here. He worked in a firm here, and he went back to Bombay again. He worked there for 6 7 years, and he came back here to take up teaching. So he told me, I am 42 and I have not given up. So why do you think of giving up? So now he has put his papers from the college, and now he is developing an app, okay, the website for maintaining the attendance and conducting classes online. He has approached so many schools in our town, and he has a lot of clients also. So even after having all this, he's running a canteen. So he told me, you should never give up, you should always be motivated to do new things. Complete your education. Education is really very important, and along with that, you need some hobby. So even after him being a professor, he's running a business. Along with that, he's developing websites, he's developing apps. He has his own tech solutions in Hubli, in the town where I am living. So he told me, see, I'm 42 and I'm still not giving up. So why do you think of giving up when you're still 24? He's the reverse of my age. So he told me the same thing, and that really struck me. And I want to say, what I want to convey to all of you is, never, never, never think of giving up on something which you really wanted to do. Okay, yeah, it will take time for you all to reach to what you all have set your benchmark for, or what you want to achieve. But yeah, sooner or later, you will definitely achieve what you really want to do. So sometimes you all feel demotivated, but just push your strings up and go ahead, and always be motivated, and just have a word with your parents, who will definitely help you in getting motivated and doing things right way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akhil. So last part, if I conclude, right? So I also keep learning a lot from Akhil. So that's how we all need to grow, right? There's no age limit in growing. I learned a lot from Akhil, from the kids where I from even from your right, Pir Kavya, Basava, Aisha, Mihina, right? So many names, Saubhagya, Smita, right? I remember, Arhan, if he is there. So a lot of people. So we need to keep learning from everyone, right? Start sharing. So as Akhil said, the key when you start, I tell you all, keep asking questions. Start sharing your viewpoints, and talking to people. So that's going to uh, elevate your, your learning curve, your wisdom, right? And I like what Akhil said, right? We need to draw inspiration from people around us. It doesn't mean that it needs to be from some great person that we have not even seen, or uh, or from some book, right? So we see. I think the first inspiration that you can draw, right, is from your very home, right? Your mother, your father. They are the biggest motivators to all of you all, right? I hope you'll agree, right? If you want, we always write about the XYZ person who motivates us. But if you ask me, everything starts from our home. Our parents, what they do for us, right? Our mother, our father, right? Our family members. So that is an inspiration and motivation. How each and every day they pull along, right? For the sake of for us, for the family. So that makes a lot of sense, Akhil. Thank you. So that I've taken on this point that it helps me to communicate in my sessions. Yeah. So that's what I like about Akhil, and every one of you all have so much clarity of thought in expressing what you want to say, and in what way you all are doing. And everyone, right? I think this session was about Akhil's project, but it transpired into so many things that we got to learn today. And whatever projects that you are doing, keep doing the projects, right? Akhil is making, see, like yesterday, Akhil changed the lives from his project or through his music about for 15 to 20 girls, right? So that 1 hour session might have, I don't know, it might create a lot of impact in their life. So next time when I go there next week, so I'll have more updates, and I'll come and tell you also what was the reaction from the session yesterday from Akhil to these kids. And similarly, what Kavya, Basava, you all are doing, going and teaching the elder folks, right? You are very young to read, write, just phenomenal. Like what Akhil is doing, Aisha, what you are doing as well, right? The coral saving and thinking about so much about the environment. Saubhagya, the manure project, Aisha, the gardening project, Arhan trying to recreate his music, uh, the auditorium, right, bringing that back to life, right? So many projects, wonderful projects are doing, and you all are making change. So that was the goal of this internship program as well, right? So all of you all, right, start making a change to the society, to the community, which all of you are doing very well, and uh, I can say awesome, right? And I am feeling bad actually because I couldn't do all so many things at my age when I was at your age, but you are doing a really great job. Keep it up. Keep working on the projects. Give you 100%. And I believe whatever Akhil said today made a lot of sense, right? And he is someone that there's no much age difference between you all and him. I hope you have taken the best from today's session and from Akhil, right? The inputs, the guidance that he has given. Even I learned a lot from him today. And I keep learning from him, from every one of you all. So once again, thank you so much. And with that said, right, coming to the end of the session. So everyone, if you have friends, family members, right, your brothers, sisters who are pursuing, they're studying and they want to join the internship program and make a change like you all, right, in the community. So please tell them to go to visit i-invent.org/internship, paid in, so for such internship, right, and come to the screen and fill up the form, right, and the prizes, the award, the grants. You know that we are also in July of 2025, right? So and all the details, if you go to i-invent.org/internship at the see on my screen, here's the form. If you scroll down towards the fourth section, the details. If you go to winners and distribution, you'll come to know the prize money in every currency, the percentage of distribution, and also what are the internship program and requisites, right? So, and children who have missed these sessions, please go to this page, i-invent.org internship, and to the last section where you'll come and submit your aims. Under the share to win, to join and win. So all the past sessions of the recordings and everything is here. You all may review the session in a time, right? Take input from the session, evaluate any questions, inputs, recommendations for Akhil, right? You all may please come and put it here, right? And the next brainstorm session, Mihena, you are going to present it on next Friday, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
On 6th of December, right? So Mihena, because you couldn't present, but I would appreciate that if you're not in a position to present it, you'll need to let us know in advance, okay? Because we will not be knowing. All right. So anyways, that's a lesson learned for all of us. So with that said, on behalf of iINVENT Labros, India Clicks, Maldives Clicks, Sri Lanka Clicks, Ever Life Foundation, MCK's Food for the Hungry Foundation, Karnataka, and from all our partners, we thank you, Akhil M. Kalar, for sharing your project ideas and train of thoughts, and the necessary inputs that we all need to encompass or follow in our lives, right? To make a change in the society, make a change in ourselves, right? And to have a better future. And also, thank you everyone for joining today's session. And for those who could not make to this session, please inform them, right, to go to i-invent.org/internship. And as I showed you in the aims section, they may review the recording of the session from today's session, right, and may respond to that with any queries, doubts, or concerns. Thank you so much once again, Akhil. Thank you so much. I know we had to keep it short, but for your education, for your exams and everything. But thank you. You spent 1 hour with us, Akhil. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good day, good night, everyone. So before going to bed, pray for yourself, pray for others, and as you know, right? I don't know across the continents, or mostly especially in India or the Asian countries, there's a lot of the climate has changed. There's a lot of cold, cough, flu, right? So please take care of yourselves. Yeah. Take necessary precautions. Thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, Mihina, Basava, Aishat, Kavya, Basava, Makil. Thank you, everyone. Saubhagya, bye.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye. Good day. Good night.